Can you imagine facing relentless battles, personal tragedies, and the immense weight of an entire empire, yet still remaining resilient, calm, and unwavering in clarity? Could you have stayed fearless, calm with clarity in those enduring times? Imagine being in his shoes, facing these immense challenges every single day. In this video, we'll explore how Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Emperor, used ancient wisdom to overcome adversity and how you can apply these lessons in your own life. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just any ruler. He was the Emperor of Rome at a time when the empire was under constant threat. Imagine the pressure of making decisions that affected millions of lives, all whilst dealing with the harsh realities of war, political betrayal, and personal loss. Despite all this, Marcus is remembered not just for his rule, but for his wisdom, patience, and resilience. How did he manage it? The answer lies in his philosophy, Stoicism, which he practiced rigorously throughout his life. Stoicism taught Marcus to focus on what he could control, his thoughts and actions, rather than external events beyond his influence. This mindset allowed him to maintain composure in the face of adversity and make rational decisions under immense pressure. Marcus's personal writings, now known as meditations, reveal his daily struggle to embody Stoic principles. He constantly reminded himself of the impermanence of life, the importance of virtue, and the need to view challenges as opportunities for growth. This self-reflection helped him cultivate a sense of inner peace amidst chaos. Marcus's commitment to duty and service to others gave him a sense of purpose that transcended personal comfort. He saw his role as emperor not as a privilege, but as a responsibility to serve the greater good. This perspective helped him endure hardships with grace and humility. Let's start with one of the most profound Stoic principles, the dichotomy of control. Marcus knew that he couldn't control everything. Plagues, wars, and even the loyalty of those around him were beyond his power. But he could control his own mind, actions, and responses. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet powerful mindset allowed him to stay focused on what he could influence, rather than wasting energy on the uncontrollable. This idea aligns perfectly with another profound insight from Marcus Aurelius: the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By focusing on what he could control, his thoughts, Marcus maintained a sense of inner peace, even when the world around him was in turmoil. This principle extends beyond mere positive thinking. It encompasses a deeper understanding of how our perceptions shape our reality. Aurelius recognized that our interpretations of events, rather than the events themselves, dictate our emotional responses and overall well-being. By cultivating a disciplined mind, one can foster resilience in the face of adversity and maintain equanimity amidst life's inevitable challenges. This Stoic approach to happiness emphasizes the importance of mental fortitude and self-reflection. It suggests that true contentment stems not from external circumstances, but from our internal dialogue and the perspectives we choose to adopt. In practicing this philosophy, we learn to reframe difficulties as opportunities for growth and to find tranquility in the midst of chaos. Marcus Aurelius embraced the Stoic concept of Amor Fati, loving one's fate. He believed that everything that happens, no matter how difficult, is a necessary part of life's journey. This acceptance allowed him to approach every challenge, from the battlefield to personal tragedies, with a sense of purpose. He saw every adversity as an opportunity to practice virtues like courage, patience, and wisdom. Instead of resisting fate, he embraced it fully, understanding that every event, good or bad, contributed to his growth as a leader and as a person. As Seneca once said, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." Marcus lived by this principle, embracing every part of life, good and bad, without fear, knowing that each experience was part of his destiny. This Stoic philosophy profoundly shaped Marcus's worldview, influencing his decisions and interactions with others. He approached challenges with a calm demeanor, viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. His acceptance of life's vicissitudes allowed him to focus on virtue and duty, traits highly valued in Roman society. Marcus's adherence to this principle was evident in his leadership style as emperor. He faced numerous crises, including wars and plagues, with resolute determination. Rather than succumbing to fear or despair, he confronted these trials head-on, always striving to act in a manner befitting his role and responsibilities. This fearless approach to life and death also manifested in Marcus's personal relationships. He valued authenticity and honest discourse, never shying away from difficult conversations or uncomfortable truths. His willingness to confront mortality allowed him to forge deeper connections with those around him, appreciating the fleeting nature of human existence. Another technique Marcus used was negative visualization, preparing for the worst-case scenario. Before every military campaign, he would imagine potential losses and setbacks, not to foster fear, but to prepare his mind. This practice made him resilient, ready to face whatever came his way with calm determination. By expecting the worst, he was rarely caught off guard and was always ready to act decisively. Seneca captured this practice beautifully when he said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply, and by preparing for adversity, he reduced the impact of unforeseen challenges. This insight resonates profoundly with the Stoic philosophy of mental preparation. By envisioning potential hardships, we cultivate resilience and equanimity in the face of actual difficulties. In his meditations, often reflected on worst-case scenarios, not out of pessimism, but as a means of fortifying his mind against life's inevitable setbacks. This practice, known as negative visualization, serves as a powerful antidote to anxiety and disappointment. It allows one to appreciate the present moment more fully, recognizing that many of our fears are often exaggerated or unfounded. Moreover, by mentally rehearsing our responses to adversity, we develop a sort of emotional muscle memory, enabling us to react with greater poise and clarity when real challenges arise. Despite his immense power, Marcus Aurelius didn't indulge in the luxuries of being an emperor. Instead, he lived a life of discipline, focusing on the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. He knew that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external pleasures, but from living in accordance with virtue. This focus on what truly mattered allowed him to navigate the challenges of leadership without losing sight of his moral compass. Seneca reminds us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Marcus exemplified this by seeking virtue over material wealth, proving that true richness comes from within. This profound wisdom resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of contentment and inner wealth. Indeed, Marcus Aurelius's life and writings further illustrate this concept, showing how one can find fulfillment through moral excellence rather than external possessions. Consider how this principle applies to modern society, where consumerism often drives people to constantly seek more. The Stoic perspective challenges us to reassess our values and question whether accumulating material goods truly leads to happiness. Instead, it suggests that cultivating virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance can provide a more enduring sense of satisfaction. Moreover, this philosophy encourages us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, rather than external circumstances. By doing so, we can develop resilience in the face of adversity and find contentment regardless of our material circumstances. One of Marcus's most powerful practices was journaling. Each night, he would write down his thoughts, reflecting on the day's events and his reactions to them. These reflections, later compiled into the book Meditations. Through this practice, Marcus kept himself grounded, continuously learning from his experiences and reinforcing his commitment to Stoic principles. Journaling helped him clear his mind and maintain inner peace, even amidst the chaos of ruling an empire. This introspective habit served as a crucial tool for Marcus to hone his self-awareness and philosophical understanding. By committing his musings to paper, he created a dialogue with himself, challenging his own assumptions and refining his moral compass. The act of writing allowed him to process complex emotions and situations, transforming fleeting thoughts into concrete lessons. Moreover, Marcus's journaling practice exemplified the Stoic principle of constant self-improvement. Through his nightly reflections, he held himself accountable to his ideals, acknowledging his shortcomings and celebrating his progress. This regular self-examination fostered a deep sense of personal responsibility and ethical consistency, qualities that undoubtedly influenced his leadership style. The enduring relevance of Marcus's meditations speaks to the universal value of such introspective practices. His personal writings, never intended for publication, have become a timeless source of wisdom, inspiring generations to cultivate mindfulness and resilience in their own lives. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of Marcus's life was the personal loss he endured. As a father, he faced the unimaginable grief of losing several of his children. Yet, even in these darkest moments, Marcus turned to Stoicism. He reminded himself that death is a natural part of life, something he could not control. By accepting this reality, he found the strength to continue his duties as emperor, leading with compassion and resilience, despite his personal sorrow. Reflecting on how to deal with adversity, Marcus once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Even in his deepest grief, he chose to act with virtue and integrity rather than giving in to anger or despair. This profound wisdom from Marcus Aurelius resonates deeply, offering a timeless guide for navigating life's challenges. His philosophy encourages us to rise above the base instincts of retaliation and instead cultivate our own moral character. By choosing not to mirror the negative behaviors of those who wrong us, we maintain our integrity and break the cycle of hostility. Moreover, this approach to adversity can be seen as a form of self-preservation. When we refuse to stoop to the level of our adversaries, we protect our own mental and emotional well-being. We avoid the corrosive effects of harboring resentment and instead channel our energy into personal growth and positive action. In practical terms, this philosophy can guide us in various aspects of life, from personal relationships to professional conflicts. It reminds us that our responses to difficulty shape our character and influence our long-term happiness, far more than the initial adversity itself. Marcus Aurelius's story is a powerful reminder that even the greatest challenges can be overcome with the right mindset and principles. But now, I want to hear from you. How do you apply Stoic principles in your own life? Have you faced challenges where these teachings helped you overcome adversity? Share your experiences in the comments. I read every one of them, and your insights could inspire others. Your stories and reflections are invaluable as they bring these ancient teachings to life in our modern world. Perhaps you've found solace in practicing negative visualization during times of uncertainty, or maybe you've harnessed the power of focusing solely on what's within your control when faced with overwhelming circumstances. Consider how Stoic principles have shaped your relationships, career decisions, or personal growth. Have you become more resilient in the face of criticism by remembering that others' opinions are outside your control? Or have you found greater peace by accepting the impermanence of material possessions? Don't hesitate to share both your triumphs and struggles. Your honesty about the challenges of implementing Stoic practices can be just as enlightening as your successes. Together we can explore how these timeless philosophies continue to offer guidance and strength in our ever-changing world. Thank you for joining me in exploring the life and lessons of Marcus Aurelius. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on Stoicism and practical wisdom for everyday life. Remember, just like Marcus, you too can overcome any adversity by focusing on what you can control, embracing your fate, and living with virtue. Until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.